Learn from the success story of the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, JCPOA, negotiations, where diplomatic efforts led to a landmark agreement limiting Iran's nuclear program, and discover the challenges of sustaining such agreements. The Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, JCPOA, was a landmark agreement signed in 2015 to limit Iran's nuclear program. The JCPOA was the result of intense diplomatic negotiations between Iran, the US, and other world powers, showcasing the power of diplomacy. The agreement imposed strict limits on Iran's nuclear activities, including reducing uranium enrichment and increasing inspections. In return, the international community, including the US, lifted economic sanctions that had severely impacted Iran's economy. Take a tour of the most famous rugby stadiums, including Twickenham, the Millennium Stadium, and Ellis Park. Twickenham Stadium, also known as the home of rugby, has hosted over 1,000 matches since 1909. The Millennium Stadium in Cardiff has a fully retractable roof, making it perfect for rainy Welsh days. Ellis Park in Johannesburg, South Africa, was the site of the 1995 Rugby World Cup final, won by the Springboks. Twickenham's famous rose-shaped tunnel, where players enter the pitch, is a nod to England's national flower. The Millennium Stadium's capacity of over 74,000 makes it one of the largest rugby stadiums in the world. Rugby's most iconic stadiums have hosted some of the sport's most epic battles, creating lifelong memories for fans. Discover the KonMari method for packing with zippers, and learn how to use zippers to maximize space and organization in your luggage, from Marie Kondo herself. Marie Kondo's KonMari method emphasizes joyful, organized packing with zippers. The KonMari method involves packing clothes in zipper bags to maximize space. Zipper pouches help prevent clothes from getting wrinkled or creased during travel. Using zippers allows you to compress items, making luggage more efficient. Marie Kondo recommends folding clothes into small rectangles for zipper packing. By using zippers, you can easily categorize and access your belongings on the go. Italics can increase emphasis by 20%, but did you know they can also decrease readability? Italics originated in 16th century Italy as a way to add emphasis to handwritten manuscripts. Research shows that italics can increase emphasis by 20% in written communication. However, overusing italics can decrease readability by up to 15% due to reduced letter spacing. The most effective use of italics is to highlight individual words or short phrases, not entire sentences. Italics can be particularly useful in titles, headings, and captions to create visual hierarchy. In digital design, italics can be used to create a sense of luxury, elegance, or sophistication. Join the hunt for extraterrestrial life as we explore the latest discoveries and missions searching for signs of life beyond Earth. Over 4,000 exoplanets have been discovered so far, and many are believed to be located in the habitable zone. The habitable zone, also known as the Goldilocks zone, is the region around a star where temperatures are just right for life. NASA's Kepler Space Telescope has identified several exoplanets that are similar in size to Earth and orbit within the habitable zone. The Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, SETI, Institute has been monitoring the skies for signs of intelligent life for over 60 years. Astrobiologists believe that the discovery of extraterrestrial life could be just around the corner, with new missions like the Europa Clipper and the Extraterrestrial Life. Cutting through the confusion, I'll explore the optimal daily protein intake for athletes and non-athletes alike, and debunk the myth that more is always better. The recommended daily protein intake is 0.8 grams per kilogram of body weight for sedentary adults. Athletes require 1.2 to 1.6 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight to support muscle growth and repair. Excessive protein consumption can put a strain on kidney function and lead to dehydration. The human body can only process 20 to 30 grams of protein at a time, making excessive intake unnecessary. A 2018 study found that high-protein diets did not improve muscle growth or strength in athletes. The World Health Organization recommends a maximum daily protein intake of 2 grams per kilogram of body weight. You've heard the myth. Aluminum foil can cause Alzheimer's disease. Aluminum foil has been a cooking staple since 1910, when it was first introduced for food packaging. The myth linking aluminum foil to Alzheimer's disease originated from a 1965 study with flawed methodology. In reality, the human body naturally absorbs minimal amounts of aluminum from food and environment. Aluminum foil is actually a great heat conductor, making it perfect for cooking methods like grilling and roasting. Using aluminum foil can help retain moisture and flavors in food, reducing cooking time and energy. The World Health Organization has deemed aluminum foil safe for food contact, debunking the Alzheimer's myth once and for all. In the NFL, a false start is called when a player moves before the ball is snapped, but did you know that this rule can be misapplied if a player is simply adjusting their stance or reacting to a defensive player's movement, leading to some disputed calls and costly penalties? A false start in football is called when a player moves before the ball is snapped. The NFL rulebook defines a false start as any movement by a player simulating the start of a play. Players are allowed to adjust their stance or react to defensive movement without penalty. A key factor in determining a false start is whether the player's movement was sudden and abrupt. False start penalties can be costly, often resulting in a 5-yard penalty and a first down. Watch in awe as the telegraph plant and the chameleon plant change their leaf direction to maximize sunlight and learn about the incredible science behind their movements. The telegraph plant and chameleon plant are two rare species that can move their leaves to adapt to their environment. These plants have specialized cells called pulvini that allow their leaves to rotate up to 90 degrees. The telegraph plant can move its leaves in response to light, temperature, and even touch. The chameleon plant changes its leaf color to blend in with its surroundings, providing camouflage from predators. Both plants use a process called nyctropism to move their leaves at night, folding them up to conserve energy. From the strongest beetles to the most impressive ants, we're showcasing the most incredible insect weightlifters and the science behind their remarkable strength. The strongest insect, the rhinoceros beetle, can lift 850 times its own body weight. Some ants can lift objects that are several times their own body weight using teamwork and strategy. Insects' incredible strength comes from their unique physiology, including powerful muscles and a hard exoskeleton. The trapjaw ant can snap its mandibles shut at 145 miles per hour, generating forces of over 300 times its own body weight. Insects' strength is often relative to their body size, making them proportionally stronger than many larger animals. Scientists study insect strength to develop more efficient robots and inspire new materials and